Peace and assalamu alaikum, everybody. How y'all doing? So it has officially begun, y'all. So today is September 29th, 2021, and they have begun New York, and I've only really heard about New York. It's really, being drastic like this or what have you. But New York has fired and laid off hundreds of nurses, surgeons, staff from the hospitals because they refused to get vaccinated with the coronavirus vaccine. Now this is, even though they have 87% of staff in New York State, 87% have gotten at least one of the shots, they're still like, nah, ain't good enough. Do what we say do, or you will not have a livelihood. So I think as of yesterday, I read in New York Magazine, as of yesterday, there were 5,000 workers who were not vaccinated, and before the mandate went into play, like they said, like hundreds of went on ahead and got the vaccine and everything. But that's nuts. I don't know. I know so many people, like in real life and as well as, on social media. Boy, they love to talk about the Matrix. Like, yeah, that's really true. That's about real life. The government this, the government that. Yeah, they trying to get us and all this kind of stuff. Or, like all these dystopian type stories that are popular. The Handmaid's Tale, Brave New World, like all of Octavia Butler's books, 1984, Fahrenheit 411, like all these books that people, have gone on and on and on about, had these deep debates or whatever about, like, again, like, yeah, that's what they trying to do, trying to get the people, you know what I mean? But what the fuck do you think is happening right now? Like, seriously. I mean, I really get the impression that folks think, right before all those things happen, like in The Handmaid's Tale and The Matrix and all that kind of stuff, right before they get us, it's going to be this real big, gigantic Goodyear blimp that says, all right, now everybody, resist. You know what I'm saying? And then, they're going to resist and overthrow that shit they trying to do. Like, what people think? There's not really in real life a red or blue pill that you get to choose from. They're true life actions, and they push things through with laws, regulations, mandates. This is how it happens. Folks think shit is they romanticize stuff, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you've ever seen the movie The Wiz, not The Wizard of Oz, The Wiz, the black one, the better one. The Wiz, when Dorothy and the crew, they first get to the Emerald City, and it's like all these people dancing and everything with these different colors, and they're like, ooh, like this is the color of the day. If you're not wearing red, then you don't belong here. You are like whack. You're corny. Just all this type of bully type language, basically. And then they're like, switch, blue. Now it's about blue, and like, ooh, we wouldn't be called dead and red. I swear to you, this is how I see all these people. Because again, I have known so many people that say they're down and everything. And granted, I absolutely understand that once you're faced with something, For instance, all the hospital staff who held out and held out and held out and held out, trying to stay true to their convictions. But when people are now trying to come for your livelihood, and New York is expensive as heck, like so expensive. For the smallest little, apartments and stuff, folks are barely making it, really. And that's all over the country, but certainly places like New York are just ridiculous with prices, with housing and food and all that kind of thing. So what are you going to do? They're forced into a corner. You know what I'm saying? Not only is that inhumane, y'all, like, it frustrates me so that people are so easily swayed and so easily, we all know the stories of, or, how do you say, like what came out before about how many people were resisting getting the vaccine, but the government offered them $100. Pew! The government, offered them Xboxes, get here. Those people, I don't know, I don't even understand that type of thinking. But they're not, it's not, to me, it's not like a true like conviction or anything that they had. I don't know, I guess they just wanted to be anti whatever, or whatever the case is. But when it comes down to, I've worked with nurses who did not want to get the vaccine, and they were forced to get it, in their minds at least. They were forced to get it because, they were afraid that they might get fired, or like it had nothing to do with the health. Like, I'm gonna get this because I'm gonna help not spread COVID. Because how many people really believe that shit? You know what I'm saying? How many people, President Biden said yesterday on TV that 77% of adult Americans have gotten at least one vaccination, one shot, and less than a quarter of the adults in the nation haven't got it. But he blamed the less than a quarter, blamed them for the COVID that's still going on. Really? So either way you look at it, the vaccine is not working the way they claimed that it was going to work. Okay? Because if I and 15 other people in the room, and 14 of them, all 15 have the vaccine, why y'all sweating me? The vaccine should protect you from me. I'm the one that should be worrying about something. So I'm not trying to hear all this. It's just some whack ass shit that people, with their stupidity, I don't want to call people stupid, but to me it's just stupidity. Folks don't like to study anything on their own. I can't tell you, for months I've been putting stuff on my social media with links, with snapshots, with me just saying like, hey, this is where you can find the information. Not one, irregardless to finance level, education level, either side of the fence they're on. Nobody asks like, oh, where you get that from? Nobody goes to read anything or because I think, it's my opinion, that the masses don't really give a damn about anybody's health. All they care about is getting stuff open. I bet you if there was a mandate, which this won't be, but to make my point, if there was a mandate saying that 10 people a month had to die of COVID, them motherfuckers would be like down with that too. Oh, that's going, you gotta be 10 people to die per month so I can still get my Starbucks, so I can still go to the movies, so I can still go out. You know what I mean? They don't really care about anybody. And it's clear by the rate of STDs still by the rates of still obesity, diabetes, all that kind of thing. Because again, I don't know if I ever said this on this channel, but I've certainly said it on social media plenty of times. According to the CDC, the NHR, the NIH, Yale Medical, 94% of the people who died last year from COVID, it wasn't actually from COVID. It was because of their underlying conditions, which means, what, like 6% only actually died from COVID itself. So why in the hell is nobody trying to mandate healthier living? Why is nobody trying to mandate health care or the price of prescriptions? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really beef for all this. It's a bunch of BS. But people don't really care. They just want what they want. Number one, they don't want to lose their privileges and their luxuries. But also, they just want to be obeyed. They want control. They want, who are you to not do what the hell your master told you to do? Who are you? Who are you to go off and start trying to research something? You know, what him name? Not Andrew Cuomo. His brother on CNN. He said this is what goes down. This is what it is. So that's what it is. You need to go on ahead and get your vaccination. You know, them cats over on Fox, this is what they said, even though they were saying the exact opposite not even a year ago. But that's what they, you know, people don't like when you dare to go against the grain, when you dare to say, hold on, I just want to see what's going on with it. I ain't saying I ain't going to get it. I just want to see. Well, who are you? You know what I'm saying? The shit is like, it boggles my mind, because I've always known people like that. But for folks to just be so brazen about it, like you truly don't, like you're okay being dumb and stupid and like not versed. You're just gonna have something shot in you. You know, and I hear people, you know, some people who are against it, they're like, well, I remember Tuskegee. Tuskegee was a very long time ago. Let's talk about these damn MMRs that's hurting children. That's been, listen, I've been researching vaccinations for a very long time. And it's not just some like political thing or whatever that's getting under my skin right now. But I don't know. This is just, I'm not amazed by it, because I'm a reader, I'm a history buff, and I believe in the book of Revelation and the return of the Messiah Jesus. And you know, as I've said plenty of times, I'm born and bred revolutionary. So all these things are not surprising to me, but I'm still just flabbergasted, like, because you have so many people. Again, I can't tell you how many times I have put on my social medias and suggested things. Folks will come as a comeback or whatever with a TikTok video. Are you fucking kidding me? TikTok's people, it's not research. It's just not research. So you're saying you believe in the CDC, what they say and what FDA say. Well, I'm giving you the other information that they know the masses are not going to go to their websites to even do any reading, even if they can comprehend. Remember, in America, the average person is at a 5th grade reading level. Folks not trying to read, they want to do that. Just tell me what to do. Just tell me, what is the magic pill? Give it to me. Got it. I'm gone. So they put information there. You know, they used to have this saying about black people that I used to hear from black people. Of course, it's not only black people, but they used to say, if you want to hide something from somebody, put it in a book. People don't read. They just don't. They're not interested. Again, just tell me what to do. They are robots. They are slaves. They have no belief in themselves and their own skill and comprehension level. And all you have to do is look a certain way and they believe you. How many people done been raped, murdered, all kind of things by some cat who got on his suit and he's nicely groomed? Because we just like, oh, he looks like he knows something, or you know what I mean? I ain't beef all that, and I'm just really upset that we're being pushed. Wherever you sit on the fence with this whole thing, be vaccinated, don't be vaccinated, want to check and see first, whatever the case says, wherever you sit, at least learn something for yourself. Don't just take people's word for it. Don't just take my word for it. That's why I always try to like give information, like you go on ahead and look at this for yourself. But I'm telling you, it's out there. So at least make a informed decision. But nah, we don't have that privilege. It's not my body, my choice until we want to, have a baby vacuumed out of us in pieces or some shit like that. Or if we want to walk around with our tits and ass hanging out or something like that, then it's your body, your choice. But you only get to make a decision if the master tells you this is the decision you're going to make. This is, you believe what I tell you to believe. You do what I tell you to do. And anybody who is not with it, then since we pretend to be a democratic society, I'm going to let the rest of y'all handle them. Those people. So they come to you with all sorts of bullying and all this sorts of things because you want to do with your body what you want to do with your body. It's remarkable. But again, I do believe in the book of Revelation, and I know that certain things have to come to pass before the return of the Messiah. I don't know when that's going to be, but here we have it. The world has been screwed up. I mean, that's history. This is a study pattern. It ain't nothing new. But nonetheless, it still gets under my skin. God darn it. Oh man, I just really send good energy and to the people who are going to have to go through all this craziness, having their jobs and again their livelihood snatched away. But revolution is not for the faint of heart. It's just not. You have to be, if you're going to stand by your convictions, then you have to be imaginative. You have to be creative. You have to have thick skin. You got to be ready to take some hits. And you have to make choices. Are you willing to stand up and die for what you believe in many cases? And go from there. Nobody can really say what, another person can or I guess should do. But I mean, that goes both ways, in my opinion. And also, a lot of times we can't really say what we're going to do. All you can do is just, again, stay strong when it comes to your values and your convictions, and make a lot of prayer and just do your footwork, your leg work. And let me say too, if there's anybody out there who feels like they may soon be in a position where they'll lose their jobs or careers or what have you, if you think that's going to happen, then by all means, I hope you're all making moves to have a plan B, C, D, R, because hey, what you gonna do? You can't just sit around and put your life in the hands of other people. You gotta have something else. I would say pull from the spirit of people who, you know, that we like to learn and teach about, who really did some good things in the world, from Gandhi to, I mean, it couldn't have been easy for Gandhi to not eat for damn how many days? You know what I mean? So Gandhi and, you know, Martin Luther King, Malcolm, all these people that really put their necks and their lives on the line for what they believed in. Not because they were necessarily going to get something out of it, because as we see, they're dying and, you know, being maimed and all that sort of thing didn't cause the people to make any changes, but they still stood strong, you know, for what they believed in. But again, you have to have a way to survive, even in your fighting. So, or resisting, I should say. So, yeah, man, make sure you have something to fall back on, savings, and make some connections with people who you can barter with and all that type of thing. Shit is real, and I'm sure it's just going to keep getting harder and worse. So, excuse my mouth. I'm just cussing and cussing. I get like this and I get like overwhelmed. That's how I release that energy. It's not good. Don't be like me. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm a work in progress. So, but anyway, peace everybody, and we'll see how this goes.